Good morning and happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. I was trying to get maybe the different bass groove there to try to break in, but unsuccessful. Already blowing a tire right out of the gate. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Traffic is the operative word. There is stuff everywhere here this morning, especially in New Jersey, where we're going to start things off as we normally do. But roadways are slick and slippery out here this morning. You know, temps are only into the lower to mid 40s. We're, dare I say it, I mean, if that temperature really dropped even another 5-6 degrees, we could be looking at the F word, frost. I mean, it is really chilly here for this first week of October. I don't really think it should be this cold now. I mean, we're looking at temperatures more like early December, really, around the area. So again, be careful out there. Roadways are still wet. There is looks like there's still quite a bit more rain that is on the way for our area today. I have a feeling it's going to be a carbon copy of yesterday. And boy, we've got a lot of rain. It'd be interesting to see what the rain gauges and the drought monitor are telling us come the end of the week, if they're able to pick up on, what this rain has done to our drought situation. It may not even be until the following week so they can populate all that information. But I'll see if I can get a hold of John and see if we can get that in to the forecast. Speaking of the forecast, Megan from the Weather Watchers is joining us again here this morning on the broadcast. She'll be coming up at 7:15 for the first check of your weather. We are live on Facebook and YouTube here this morning, and we also have some special pictures from Alexandra's wedding we will share with everybody a little later on in the show, maybe at 8:30, half hour. Let some people kind of wake up and get going here this morning. So with that said, let's bring in our sponsor here this morning is the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is the best place in the land for the best ice cream. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. Let's go to, there's Alexandra there. Good morning. At Newark Airport, waiting to take off for Hawaii. Wonderful. So, you know what we'll do, since you are with us now, before you taking that United flight, the nonstop, hopefully this is probably a good time, because it doesn't seem like it's raining terribly heavy. Go to the maps, because I'm going to use that as the background for the pictures, because we'll re-show these again. So there we go. There's the comments off here a second. There we go. There's the happy couple, Alexandra and Aaron. Congratulations once again. And is that a fog machine, smoke machine? That is cool. That is really cool. Westmont Country Club doing it upright. Very neat stuff there. With the, almost looks like you're on top of a mountain, kind of a feel, Mount Everest of some type. That's very impressive. So there's the happy couple there, and everyone partying up there at the Westmont Country Club. And then we've got the wonderful wedding cake. Oh, that looks really good. I didn't eat breakfast yet. Bagel with my name on it later. Look at that cake. Wow, that is some cake. Woo. Wow, look at this, a hand-rolled cigar bar. That's something you don't really see too much at a wedding. Wow, that's impressive. Very nice. And the atrium, I do remember that from when I had my prom there a million years ago. Wow, look at that. Some things never change. So there's a couple pictures of the happy couple. So we congratulate Alexandra and Aaron. Wonderful life together and a safe trip to Hawaii. Now at the airport awaiting departure for the big trip to Hawaii. Certainly much better than the weather we're having here now with all of this wet, cold weather. You know, these are the kind of trips where, you know, you have to you kind of almost have to wear like a jacket to a degree. And thank you so much for the pictures, Alexander. Wonderful. We kind of have to wear a jacket to the airport, but then it's like, well, look where I'm going. I'm not really going to need a jacket. Well, honestly, it depends on where you go. Really depends on where you go in Hawaii. You can go to the Big Island. You can go, at certain elevation, whatever. You're going to need a jacket. So it's, even on Oahu too. I believe there's one of the mountains there and whatnot. It's it's not all peaches and cream and white foam and flower lays and all that stuff. I mean, it can be interesting environment. So maybe having a jacket of some type is a good thing. All right, patience is the good thing here across the road. So sounds like Alexandra and Aaron are there at the airport. Made it just fine out of Bergen County, but we've got a new crash here on 21 South here at exit 10, Van Houten Avenue in Passaic. We got a lane down there, a crash here. Car lanes northbound south of 8 for Route 33 in East Windsor. All the lanes are open. Let's see, crash on Route 30 eastbound the Collingswood Circle. Wow, this thing is just updating one more thing after the next. Express lane south just before 206, before exit 17, we've got a crash. The Parkway, all lanes are open here in Homedale. 287, this is the two biggest things here, is Jackknife Tractor Trailer northbound. Just before 55 in Wanacue, 2 lanes are out of service there. And then a fuel spill and Jackknife Tractor Trailer northbound just before 66, in between that no exit zone between 59 and 66. In Mawa, everything is shut. So let's go to the maps. This is the first issue here this morning. North of Route 23, all jacked up here, getting into Pompton Lakes and 55. And this is the second issue where, I'm surprised they just didn't close it off at 59. Why would you put all this traffic in here? But it's closed about halfway between 66 up here and 59. I wish there was a camera right here at 59 because it's such a busy spot. For some reason, it doesn't that in. They don't have a camera, I should say. All right, friends, 7:08 is our time. So let's widen up the map. Let's go to Route 21. There's that hit here. 21 at Van Houten. Clifton. Passaic, I should say. In the Passaic Clifton area. So that's a bit of a tight ride there. Let's go to eastbound 3. We're seeing a lot of delays as well. Eastbound 80 is heavy. Both ways of 46 is heavy here through the construction. Let's continue. The Parkway is just jacked here from basically 78 all the way up to 151. Hoover Avenue being hammered. 19 here both ways is just seeing a lot of traffic getting away from and to the Skyway. East on 78 is fairly busy getting out to the Bay Extension. You can see the Parkway is fairly crowded as well. It's actually very busy from 136 or 135 all the way up to 140. The Turnpike, not much better here. A lot of traffic from 12 up to 13 on over towards 13A. It is going to be a solid ride. Let's just widen this up just a little bit. Let's go to that 287 hit right in here, just south of between 78 and 202, 206, just before the mall in Bridgewater. It's on the inner roadway there. Seeing a lot of traffic. There is a camera. We'll get to that in a second, but there's also a lot of traffic here in Raritan. I think there's another crash here just before First Avenue, just past the Wegmans Shopping Center, heading north on 202, and that's a pretty hefty delay getting through those traffic lights here at Milltown Road and also the traffic light for Wegmans as you come underneath the railroad train trestle. So give yourself some extra travel time there. Look, pockets of delays in 78 heading east in the Clinton, Lebanon. Again, traffic is volume is a little bit heavier because this evening our friends who are observing Yom Kippur have to be in by sundown, which is 6:30, 6:38, 6:37, somewhere around there. So our friends, I think, are getting an early start to leave early. So the evening rush hour could start probably an hour earlier than normal, probably like around 3:30 or so, give or take. Let's take a look at the Turnpike, the Parkway. That is good here in Monmouth County. Again, roadways are really wet out there still. There's still maybe a little bit of a spritz hanging around with us, but Megan will have more on that in about 5 minutes. 5542. That's fairly crowded. Normal stuff getting out to 295 and the Turnpike. Atlantic City, Ocean City, Cape May, all is going to be in the clear. So there we go. Really jacked up. It is just nuts. So, okay, now another crash here west of 26 from Rattlesnake Bridge Road. There. It's right in this area here, just west of 287. We're all fired up with the crash. So 287, two places. North at, just be mindful, I wouldn't get on 287 at 59 in Franklin Lakes because it is shut between 59 and 66, somewhere in the middle there. 287 north, 2 lanes closed here, south of 55 with all lanes subject to closure. 21, unfortunately, we have some injuries, so hopefully everyone's okay there. Heading southbound, another crash on 287 south in Bridgewater at 206. Let's see, broken down vehicle north entering at 142A for 78. Oof. Nuts out here this morning. Pretty sure there's a camera right in here, but what the likelihood of this camera actually working is next to nil. Well, there we go. That's going north. That's looking north. You can see just how ugly of a ride it is out here this morning. Ooh. Ugly. I don't think these cameras, no, they haven't worked in so long. Then there's no cameras in here, which just makes cringe. Now another crash on 80. It's getting nasty out here, friends. Please be careful. This has been the toughest morning so far. I mean, we haven't even got to the other 4 areas yet. We haven't even touched them yet. There's the crash on 80 here, going west at 19. Top left of the screen. Right lane is shut. That's the westbound side of 80 here is all banged up. Getting into Route 19. Patterson, so we also have some eastbound delays as well with some rubbernecking coming through that location. So that's going to be area of contention now this morning. Wow, it is just nuts. Absolutely bonkers out here. Okay, so let's go to... Oh, let's go to the city incident page. Let's see what we got. So I want to get to Megan in the Weather Center in a second. No matching records for the city. That's good. Overturn or something. Yeah, overturn tractor trailer on the LIE. Oh, westbound at 135. Oh, are you kidding me? That's oof. That is jacked. Absolutely jacked. Shot, jacked, in tune, as the great Ian Stark says. Oh boy. Oh, look at this mess. Wow. Hopefully the driver got out of this, but look at this catastrophe. It's still on the side. It looks like a tanker truck. I bet you any money they're probably taking, I would imagine they're probably taking the contents of the tanker truck and transferring to another. Oh my goodness. Wow. And that looks like it's been out there for a couple of hours. So hopefully everyone is okay there. I want to stick to the schedule here this morning. Need to work on. Let's go to the Weather Center. And let's say our first good morning to Megan. Good morning.
Good morning, Tri-State Traffic Show. So we're going to have a rainy start to our week on Tuesday and Wednesday. But as we get around to the week after Wednesday, we're going to see some temperatures warm up and some sun come on out for some beautiful weather for your Columbus Day weekend. For our commuting forecast, we're going to see some rain during the AM commute, and that rain is going to continue into your evening commute. Shouldn't slow down too much, but just be careful on the roads. For today's highs, we're going to see 54 in Piscataway, 54 in Trenton, 55 up in White Plains, and 59 out on Long Island. For tonight's lows, we're going to see 53 in Trenton, 56 in Toms River, 55 in New York City, and 54 up there in Milford, Connecticut. Looking at our futurecast, we are going to see some rain within the tri-state area coming in at around early Wednesday morning. You're going to see some spottier showers up in northwest Jersey. As we go throughout the day, those showers are going to clear up, and on Thursday, we're going to see some beautiful sun come into our area. Thank you for watching. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, Megan. Nice job as always. And Megan will be back with another check of the forecast and the 7-day forecast coming up at 7:45. So we've talked about the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, proud sponsor of the Tri-State Traffic Show since episode 1. Go on over and speak to Ralph. 908-272-3000 is the phone number, and get some of this wonderful, delicious ice cream, cotton candy, peach mango sorbet. Again, the sorbets, he's winding those down. So we'll show you a little more of the party cake cookie dough, as well as the black raspberry and the grasshopper. It has the classic chocolate vanilla strawberry combo there. Just has a little bit of everything for everyone. As you can see, some of the toppings you can put on your cone. He has sugar cones, waffle bowls. He's got frozen yogurt. He has sugar-free options. He has lactose-free options, which are those sorbets with no dairy. He also has the pineapple raspberry whip, which are dairy-free. Has the soft serve ice cream. He also has these wonderful flying saucers and chipwiches, which are amazing. And these beautiful all occasion cakes for any type of celebration, for a birthday, wedding, small cake, all the way up to towards the very large cake at 40 people. That gigantic sheet cake will serve. So just amazing stuff here at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Again, 22 North Avenue West in Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. Also has the fall flavors in full effect now. The pumpkin spice, Oreo pumpkin, cinnamon crumb, and apple cider donuts. Delicious stuff. The apple cider donut was a huge hit the last time I got some. Wiped that out in 2 seconds flat. So head over to Cranford and visit my friend Ralph at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Again, 908-272-3000 is the phone number, and website, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. So we thank Ralph for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. Let's go back towards our action here this morning. On this is the top story. West on the LIE is shut. I repeat, the LIE is closed in Nassau County. In the Syosset area, westbound at 135, everything is shut with this overturned tanker truck that is still in the process of being cleared. As you see, it's been out here since about 4:30 or so. Let's just see where that delay begins to populate. And it is back just east of Round Swamp Road. But surprisingly, it moves here at Half Hollow. Surprisingly, that moves fairly well at Half Hollow Hills Road. Interesting that we're not backed up all the way through to here. There's another spin out here now. Westbound HOV lane is out. Again, these roadways are slick. They're slippery. Look at this mess. Look at this road. It's just awful out here. Quite honestly, the way the temperature is gone, and I understand we're looking at temps into the lower 40s, but I almost, again, not much DOTs could do because of what I'm going to say next, because of, it really hasn't shut off the rain since Saturday, and now we're into Tuesday already. But just looking at the temperatures and so forth, I wonder if there was any thought from any of the DOTs to maybe break out the brine a little early and hit the roads like Saturday afternoon. I don't know. I don't know whether it would have held up for the last 4 days because it's been some fairly intense rain. And once it starts to rain, you can't put that stuff down. It just gets washed away. But I'm wondering if there was any thought, honestly, of overnight, maybe even overnight tonight into tomorrow. Dare I say it, get a salt truck out there just to throw a little traction out there, just so we don't continuously see these types of vehicles, spinning out. I don't know what that is. It almost, from just the outset, it may look like a Tesla, but doesn't make a difference what the vehicle is. But I'm just curious myself. So Suffolk County put out these barrels, just plastic barrels, just to keep traffic away. But that's a stiff ride right there. Hopefully they are okay in that collision. It is just really nasty out here. It is just ugly. And I wonder if I'd be curious to see if salting a salt truck possibly would have been in the cards here this morning, just with the temperatures that we're looking at. And again, we're looking at increased early volume because of Yom Kippur this evening. Again, our friends that observe Yom Kippur, they have to be in by sundown, which is like 6:38 or so. Good morning, Connor from East Brunswick. Good morning, my friend. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. It is just really, ugly. And again, when you're hearing of things like this where the LI is shut in a key spot, this is key. This is a choke point every morning that, you're hearing that, hopefully from the Tri-State Traffic Show, but I'm sure other media, or if other media on Long Island even decides to do any of traffic anymore, at the work from home thing, maybe just like, forget it. I'm just working from home. I'm just doing it. I'm not getting involved in all this, which is a good thing. But it's also now affecting 135 heading north of the Jericho Turnpike. That's at the end of 135. And then you can see Jericho Turnpike is getting hit hard through Syosset. Everyone trying to get Jericho Turnpike back to the west, the northern states. Again, the cars only here, friends, back east of 110 all the way into the into 106, 107. So this is just a catastrophe. They're pushing all the traffic off the LI at 135. So, it's but there is a bit of a quasi workaround, dare I say it. If you were to get off here and come into the Syosset Woodbury Community Park, because this is where News 12 used to be, News 12 Long Island was right in here. You come off of 135. Instead of going to that, you come off of here, take that first exit, not the second one, the first one. Come in, make that right, and that first entrance, come here. This is Crossways Park West, and then you make another right, you come back down this way, come here, and then you'll come down to Angel Way, I should say. And what that will do is you come underneath the LIE, and that'll get you onto the service road. That'll get you westbound past the crash, and then you can get back on. You can get back on the LIE. So, not looking to push traffic through the Syosset community through the business park, but this was Crossways Park Drive West. This is Media Crossways here. That was the former News 12 building. They've moved, but it's a little locality there, little local flavor for you here at 725, because it is ugly, and also is making for a little bit much easier ride here, except for trying to get into Queens is a catastrophe. North on the Meadowbrook, on the Wantagh, on the Meadowbrook, I should say, into the westbound Northern, into the Grand Central is just getting drilled. We'll get to the city in a minute, but Connor is asking, how are the road conditions on Route 18? I was expecting heavy traffic before heading to New Brunswick. Let's take a look for you, sir. 18. Route 18, kind of the normal areas here at Edgeboro. Edgeboro Road is heavy. And then again, further up the line, just into the turnpike, and then further north of Route 1. Let's go to, I'll quickly show you the cameras here if I can bring them up. Every time I pull up that page, it's just catastrophic. So, all right, so here's 18. Show you at Edgeboro. See, it's moving through the traffic light, but it's some heavier volume there heading north that's coming towards us. This is at the turnpike, and you can see the ugly conditions out here this morning. It is just nasty. Nasty. Not Janet Jackson. This is getting in towards Route 1. This is at Route 1. That's northbound that moves away. Here's the ride along 18 at 27. This is going south now. And this is as you get closer towards River Road once you cross over that river, the Raritan River by Rutgers. And this is by Mettler's Lane, south of Hose Lane there. And at Centennial Avenue. Show you that as well. So you can see just an ugly ride, but 18, not as bad as what I would have thought. Just a little congestion here at Edgeboro heading north, but that's just kind of normal stuff there, Connor. So there you go, my friend. Definitely, I'd say leave yourself another 10, 15 just in the chance something happens, but that's what we're looking at there. All right, so let's go back to the city now. Staten Island Expressway is heavy. We've got the Belt Parkway going down the drain here west of Flatbush all the way out to Bay 8th, and then it continues into the Gowanus. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this. This is just brutal. That was a crash being reported there. Go to the DOT cameras. Again, with the slick conditions, I'm seriously not even joking in any way, shape, or form about. I really wonder if the DOT will go out and put some salt down later this morning. I mean, temps are really not going to warm up much into it may get to about 50, but with the slick and the water and, look at that. Look at that Gowanus. I mean, that is just, whew, man, who wants to sit in that? Work from home. That's why I as much as I hate to dismiss my business here of traffic or whatever, but, for the greater good of humankind, it's like more companies got to offer that work from home situation to keep people safe, quite frankly, that people are able to, who are able to have a profession where they could work from home at a moment's notice. It just, I think, makes things safer for everyone. Looks like there's something going on here. This is the outbound Battery Tunnel. Not sure. It looks like it's this car here, but this bus, this vehicles here haven't moved because the Gowanus is all jacked up. All right, so 7:30 now is our time. Let's see here. The Shaved Cave is our sponsor for this half hour of programming. 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, 908-325-6283. And follow Omar on Instagram at ChopGODDD on Instagram. Also by Maxim Motor Cars, 303 West Clinton Street out in Morris County in Dover, which is really Route 15. That's 973-620-9060. Maxim Motor Cars, LLC.com. Okay, so get back to this mess at hand. Let's take a look here. This is the outbound side of the Gowanus. There's definitely a crash of some type here. Okay, there we go. Prospect interchange. I think DOT is trying to find something. The inbound side, so it's just past the prospect. Prospect itself. Not doing anything for anybody. That's the outbound side here. So it's definitely right at the bend here, right in here, just out of the camera view. Some sort of broken down, disabled, or whatever. But look what it's doing. It's just catastrophic results. And another crash here on the BQE. They're saying out by the Brooklyn Bridge. Dial that up here. See what we've got. Let's see. No. There's a little bit of flooding here, little standing water in the right lane, so you want to be careful there. That's usually the typical areas of contention with our flooding. Wow, it is just a mess. Holy smokes. Look at this LIE, basically from Long Island all the way out to the BQE. Jackie Robinson is just a mess. So is the Van Wyck, both the entire length here between the Kew Gardens interchange out to the belt. Cross Island is getting just wrecked here from Sunrise Highway all the way up to the LIE. West of the Grand Central is heavy out at LaGuardia. The FDR is just a catastrophe here both ways, from the mid 50s all the way up to the 130s. West side is heavy right off the George into the mid 70s or so. West on the Cross Bronx is heavy here out of the interchange on over to 3rd Avenue, the Deegan, straight out of Yonkers. So is the Bronx River Parkway. Everything is just a mess this morning. Trying to get out to the Grand Concourse both ways. The Bruckner is heavy at Pelham Bay, Pelham Parkway, I should say. So it is just really ugly out here this morning. Southern State Parkway, maybe some of our friends are bailing out, trying to get onto the Southern both ways. Between exits 817 straight through about exit 29 or so. Wantagh Parkway is also heavy as people try to make their way back north to go west. Avoiding the closure of the LIE. Northern State, again, just hammered. But the ride out in Suffolk County here, for the most part, is good. I mean, the weather conditions are just absolutely horrific. Be out on the roads this morning. Let's go to Connecticut now. We dial them in. I apologize for my Connecticut viewers. Love doing Connecticut traffic. Didn't get to you until 7:33, but had a lot going on so far. Just our normal delays. Just our normal delay. Bridgeport 27 straight down the line to about exit 6. And then the Merritt is heavy from 48 or so, give or take, just south of 48, 47, all the way down to about 33, 35 or so, give or take an exit there. I feel like something's going on here. Yeah. Turn of River. Let's go to Turn of River. It's southbound near before exit 31 or really after exit 34. I'm telling you, I wish I had Johnny on the line to talk to him, because it'd be interesting to see what the actual, ground temperature is. I would imagine it's we've had temperatures here in the 40s and 50s for about the last 4 days. So, know, but it's an interesting concept that if, maybe they should go out and put a little salt down. Southbound 287 is busy here from 14 down to 12. Southbound on the Palisades is heavy into interchange 10. Let's go to the Hudson Valley list. I'm almost afraid to bring this up. 5 entries here. Southbound Palisades, there it is before 10, and we've got the left lane shut. 84, broken down vehicle in Pauling. Out at 68A, we got a shoulder out. Katona, a shoulder out there in 684, the throughway. Southbound before 12, that's why that's heavy there. Go back to our state cameras. Dial this in. Oops, wrong way. Got. Wow, look at that camera moving around in the wind a little bit. Again, that's looking at a digital zoom, and the reason why it's like Titanic here. Oh, oof. Wow. That's not going to show us anything there. Look at that. That's ugly there at 14. So there is something going on just before 12 or right at 12. Some sort of a collision. Let's go up here to 84 Middletown, Woodbury. That's all good. But again, roadways are still a little bit slick and slippery. Now, again, as we get further to the north, but frankly, I think things are not as soggy and wet as they are down here in the city area. Let's bring things up to 84. It's kind of cloudy and misty. It's just a little bit of light rain. So again, it's enough to make roadways a little bit slick. Not going to lie to you on that. But as you get further to the north, up towards New Paltz, it's just gray out here. It's not really, raining from our system. I'm just curious just to widen up these maps. Head out west. Of course, the only camera I pull up doesn't have any area around here have any sun? Dunkirk? Maybe Hornell? This is just like a whole nother deal. It can't be. It's amazing that you're in New York State and, you can go all the way to Staten Island and that's still part of New York State. It's nuts to even fathom that. How far out to the west you are. Buffalo. That's a little break of peaks of sun there. Syracuse. Syracuse is like gray and cloudy. It's starting from October straight through May. Miserable place for weather. It's just brutal. Lake effect snows and all that. Oh, Montpelier, Vermont. Why would that bring that up there? Cornwall, Fort Drum. Oh, there's some sun. We found it at the Fort Drum main gate. There we go. You got to go all the way up to almost the Canadian border in order to get some sunshine here in Watertown. Route 3 in Watertown. Weather in Watertown is crazy too, and is nuts as well. All right, so let's stick to the project here. Let's do another refresh here. You can see Monticello. Look at this at 42 degrees. I mean, with the northwest wind at 7, with some light rain. I'm telling you, I'm not sure if I get the understanding of. Again, there may be some that may have had Antiana says safe journey, Alexander, have a wonderful honeymoon. Yes, we certainly concur on that. There may be some areas in our tri-state that maybe Burgundy that maybe put down a little light salt. I don't know, but I mean, when you look at these temperatures into the mid to upper 40s here, Central Park at 47, 44 in Newark, 51 in Farmingdale. You know, it's possible these temperatures are a little warmer because obviously the island with the kind of sandwiched in between Long Island Sound and the Atlantic Ocean, water temperature is probably into the lower 70s now, or maybe upper 60s. As we continue on, let's go to see if there's any flight delays here this morning. Nothing being reported out of EWR. So nothing weather related. So that's good news for Alexandra and Aaron there heading out. So, all right. So let's do this now. Let's check with transit because, you could have that slippery rail condition potential is now out there, certainly with this weather and some of the leaves starting to fall. Let's go 7:13. Some of the departure has been canceled. We go to 8:17 arrival on the Hoboken Montclair line. Coastline 558 Bayhead departure is canceled, and the River Line sub to 15-minute delays in both directions. Broken down train at Burlington South. Let's see now. Let's go to Path. Dial that up. Newark World Trade resuming normal service. Mains resolve unsanitary car condition at Journal Square. That's ugly. Okay. Let's go to the MTA now. Partially suspended on the 525 trains severely separately addressed the signal problem at Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn College. Last time some southbound 2 trains with Rector Street on the 1 line. Extremely limited service running between President Street, Medgar Evers College, and Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn College. Okay. Service change here on the Babylon brand. 639 from Babylon doing a Penn at 7:40 has been canceled due to switch trouble near Amityville Station. Again, this weather is certainly not conducive to expect delays in the Harlem line 5 to 10 between Woodlawn and Tremont. Signal issues in that area. Station notice the eastbound track at Carl Place in Westbury is now known as track 2. Okay. Refreshing. So, yeah, but if you're going to use transit all day today, I would certainly give yourself definitely some extra travel time because I think you're going to need it potentially. All right, let's go back to the main entree is New Jersey. It's New Jersey and Long Island are the two where he's getting crushed here this morning. So we've got that fuel spill, all 287 still shut. I don't understand why DOT isn't shut it at 59. Why would you let anybody else to get back onto that and have them stuck there on 287? Not really feeling that. I understand the crashes in between, but yeah, I don't know. So this is a new accident here in Clinton, 78 east of Cokesbury Road next to 20. There's no exit for eastbound at exit 20, but it's in that general vicinity. 36 traffic light down, right lane shut south at East Road in Middletown. 495 that's coming out of the tunnel. Broken down bus east of Pleasant Avenue. 80 there's a crash west in Patterson, another crash west on 78. You can see, look at all these crashes. We got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 21 at Van Houten and Passaic, a lane down there. 287 express lanes, the inner roadway. Southbound south 78 just before 206. Whew, that's a mouthful. Let's go to the Hudson River crossings and see what the catastrophe is here. Populate that. Looking at almost an hour at the George, probably 45 to an hour at the Lincoln, and about a half at the Holland. Just doesn't get any better than just awful. Let's take a look here. What's going on? 684 getting south of Brewster through Katona. That's very, very crowded. So now we're kind of connecting the dots here this morning. Let's go back to the cameras now. I have a feeling that the crash on 287 getting into 23 or just north of Route 23 is gone. Yes, that is now populated and out of the way. Let's go to the cameras here along 287. Let's dial this in. We want to go here to 3. This is going to show things are fine. Yep. This is 23. There's 287. So that's good. Weather stinks, but this is way up there at the Mahwah Rockland border. So it's again here. I just don't understand why they just don't shut it and put everybody on 208. Not looking to bury traffic out towards. Oops, sorry, hit the microphone. Oops, I'm still here. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Oopsie. All right, so 7:45 is our time. We just finished that thought. You know, I'm not looking to bury traffic through Franklin Lakes into Wyckoff. But I just don't understand. Why would you not shut it off here if the accident is up in this area? Why would you make all these people sit in this traffic if it's closed? That to me makes no sense whatsoever. I understand that I get it. I get the point of not wanting to put traffic. Again, there is no good alternative through this stretch to go further to the north. There's just nothing except for 202, and that's a single lane road. So trying to push all truck traffic and everything else onto 202, it could be done, but that's going to take a Herculean effort. Then why would you have everybody sitting in here? Now, again, DOT says it's closed. It's possible that the shoulder may be open in some capacity and they're letting a little bit of traffic trickle through. But if it's truly fully shut, that truck is all across all 4 lanes of 287, then to me, I'm not quite sure why I'm not seeing the shutdown here and then pushing traffic onto 208. Now, I don't get that. But we'll go with it. So again, just avoid it here. Just avoid 287 in the Oakland, Wyckoff, up towards Ramapo College. That area there is just a mess. All right, what also is a mess is our weather here this morning. So let's dial in Megan. Let's make the connection at the Weather Watchers here this morning, and she's going to give us an update and a look at the 7-day. Good morning, Megan.
Thanks, Don. So we're going to see that rain coming in today and tomorrow, but after Wednesday, we're going to see some sun and warm temps around the tri-state area with a beautiful fall-like weekend coming up for Columbus Day. For your morning commute, we're going to see some rain in your morning commute as well as your PM commute, so just be careful of slick roads ahead. Looking at today's highs, we're going to see 54 in Trenton, 59 in Toms River, 56 in New York City, and 59 out on Long Island. For your lows, we're going to see 53 in Trenton, 58 down in Atlantic City, and 54 up in Milford, Connecticut. Looking for your futurecast around the tri-state area, we are going to see those showers come in around early tomorrow morning. But as we go throughout our day, those clouds and that rain showers are going to clear up and make for a beautiful Thursday. For your 7-day forecast, Tuesday we're going to see those rain showers with 53 degrees. Wednesday, chance of showers early in that morning with temperatures around 63 degrees. Thursday and Friday we're going to see those temps in the 70s with those sunny skies going for the rest of the week and beautiful 60-degree temperatures for your Columbus Day weekend. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, Megan. Nice job in the weather center there. Boy, once we get past Wednesday tomorrow, really looks in great shape as far as our weather is concerned, heading all the way out into, as Megan said, the Columbus Day holiday weekend. So, there's a lot of our friends who are off on Monday as well. So looks to be a really nice weekend weather-wise. So we'll see how this all plays out. This half hour is sponsored by The Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road, 908-325-6283 in Clark, New Jersey. Conveniently located just off the Parkway at exits 135, 136. Head over to The Shaved Cave for your all your manly grooming needs, hot towel shave, as well as your fades, and get your fresh cut there for date night or a wedding or some other function. And, they do just a really nice job. It's a classic barbershop with a modern twist, modern feel to the shop. Omar, he's the gentleman in the center there, and the owner is off to the right. Just amazing guys there doing a great job here at the Shaved Cave. Opened only 2 years ago, so they're really celebrating their 2-year anniversary here in Clark. Again, the Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road, 908-325-6283. And again, just doing just an amazing. There's a better shot of the barbershop. This is actually kind of remodeled a little bit. This desk, or whatever you want to call it, is now on this side, so it kind of opens it up here for some seating. I think they needed it because the place was just so busy all the time, which is just amazing. So once again, probably more than likely the best idea is to call for an appointment, because they are busy all the time, and just to save time, your time, their time. So definitely give them a call. Once again, 908-325-6283 is the phone number. The Shaved Cave, established in 2020. All right, so definitely give them a ring. Let's go to Maxim Motors. This is also another sponsor of this half hour. Maxim Motor Cars, 973-620-9060. 303 West Clinton Street, which is Route 15 in Dover, out in Morris County, conveniently located between Routes 80 and Route 46. So give Nick a call. Again, 973-620-9060 for a quality used vehicle. Again, not everyone can afford $40,000 for a new vehicle. So he has some affordable vehicles here with, not going to push it across the board here, but, some have 6-digit mileage on them, but you can certainly use this as a station car, or hey, look, a lot of these cars, Nick picks the best of the best as far as the most well-maintained vehicles for the year, the age, the mileage. So a lot of these cars are still very, very good to get you from point A to point B. And like this Honda HR-V at 17,900, 84,000 miles. The Toyota RAV4. I mean, these things you can't take these cars out. I mean, these things are so well built. A lot of the Hondas and Toyotas, known for their reliability. Pontiac G8, 164,000 miles, but not even $8,000. You're looking for something fun and kind of sporty feel. Let's see what else he has. Volvo there, and this Toyota Prius C, which is a little hybrid there, so saving some money on the Prius C. So yeah, definitely give Nick a call if you're in the market for a used vehicle. 973-620-9060 at Maxim Motor Cars, 303 West Clinton Street, which is Route 15 in Dover. And ask for Nick or his father Anthony. Do a nice job there in Dover. And again, it's a small dealership. They only have maybe 10, 12 cars at best. It's not a very big lot. But, he picks the best of the best from his travels, getting these quality used vehicles for you to choose from. So again, tell him you saw it on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Maxim Motor Cars, 973-620-9060. All right, let's go back to our action here this morning. And it's really been New Jersey is just being hit hard. Let's go to the incident pages here now. Also want to queue up the weather. Let's see here. Anna says it's 7:54. Great job, Megan. Thankfully, the second half of the week looks good. Yes, I agree with you on that. Looks to be just a stunning back end of the week. So I like what I see there. Unfortunately, we've got some flooding. So 21 where that accident was. Actually, still is, quite frankly. Van Houten Avenue, Passaic, 22 West, just before the Parkway. That's typical area there. And then flooding on 440 both ways of near Danforth. Okay. Wow, that's not oh, wow, look at that. They actually in the incident had it where they had both the wet. Oh, there it is. The flooding should be an incident. I understand it's on the weather tab, but it should be there. Business Route 1 northbound. We got a lane shut in Lawrence 202. We've got let's see, northbound River Road in Branchburg. That's the one we showed you just by the Wegmans. That's still being worked on. 78 eastbound, east of exit 20. Parkway, left shoulder out in Clark. So let's go to the Business Route 1 first, because I think there may be a camera here. See what we got. That's a little bit too far to the north. And the cameras don't work. What else is new? So that's down in the Lawrence area. Let's go back to our maps and this 287 situation is getting more out of hand minute by minute. And we're not talking about the Doobie Brothers. Let's go out to 78. Let's see how bad this is now. This is east, just past Cokesbury Road in Lebanon. So if you can stay with Route 22, get off at exit 18 and take it past the Clinton Honda, and then continuing east here, that'll save you a little bit of time this morning. Could make it for a little bit of an easier ride. You could then reconnect with Old Wick Road and then get back onto 78. But again, be careful. It's just a single lane country road through that locale. 31 was a little bit busy through Hampton Glen Gardner, as it usually is. Out to Western Jersey, things are fine in Bloomsbury, Ohatkong, and Phillipsburg. On up to 46 and 80. All looks good until you get out towards exit 30, basically 30 all the way to 42, 43. That's a crowded ride. Both ways at 287 is a mess through Hanover, East Hanover. That's what Hanover, into Parsippany between exits 43 down through 39. And 24 is a mess going east into Florham Park. West out by the mall at Short Hills is a disaster. Eastbound on 78 through Berkeley Heights is heavy. 22 out through Mountainside. New Providence Road is busy. Parkway is jacked here from 132 all the way up into 140. The Turnpike, now it seems like everybody's getting up now. Now we're in prime time here. Prime time, Deion Sanders. North on the Turnpike from 11 through 14. 287 is getting hit hard from the Parkway all the way into Edison, and then again in towards Boundbrook, both ways there. There's your crash on 202. Heading up towards the Wegmans Shopping Center. Let's take it over to the Parkway here. Again, we're just going to connect the dots from 132 to 153. Just a wall of traffic. Eastern and Western spurs were actually fine, but now we connect the dots here. East on 3 is back to Clifton from 21 all the way out to the Lincoln Tunnel. West on 80 is heavy here on Route 19. East is busy from west of Route 23 all the way out into that same accident locale. I'm going to go to 440. Let's check out that flooding to see what we see. This camera doesn't work. Of course not. Why would it? Why would it? Why would the cameras work? Come on. Kidding me? All right, so that's at 63rd at Bayonne. Although into the distance here, you can see some heavy traffic because I'm imagining it's because of the closure here at Danforth. And unfortunately, there are no cameras through that location, or there are, but they're not working for some capacitative reason. This is looking onto truck routes 1 and 9. Maybe there's something going on there. I think some of this is just people. I don't understand why these cameras are all out. I don't get it. I just don't understand it. Skyway jammed, as Doc Brown was saying. Skyway's jammed. off of that. So both ways at Danforth and Jersey City, that's being reported as shut with some flooding. Let's go to 208 is all jacked up through Glenrock, Hawthorne, Fairlawn. 17 getting south of the Paramus is a mess. And again, this 287 closure just south of 66 with a jackknife tractor trailer. Again, beyond words why this isn't shut at 202. And again, I know trying to force traffic onto a single lane road is not easy to do, but certainly possible. And so I have a feeling at least maybe the shoulder may be getting by, and they just haven't got the update, because if it was shut, they should have shut it here and forced everybody on the 208 south. Again, going through Wyckoff, Ramsey, and all this, there's all local streets. There's really no way you can't connect into 287. You got to connect up to 17. Wyckoff Avenue. Trust me, it's not an easy workaround in any capacity. Wow, it's already 8 o'clock. Holy cow. Where's the time gone? So, all right. So this half hour is sponsored by, again, the Crime for Vanilla Bean Creamery. 908-272-3000 is the phone number, 22 North Avenue West in Cranford. Let's go to our other top story, is this LIE debacle out on Long Island. And we want to cue that up. That should be the top story here. I believe that is still closed. Yep. Overturned tractor trailer. It's a tanker truck. That's still being cleared. Let's go to the cameras. Head back to that location, see what progress has been made as folks are getting up now this morning. And 135 is just hammered back to Bethpage State Park, almost back to Hempstead Turnpike. That's how bad that delay is. So this is the accident here, and this has been out there since, I don't know, 5 this morning or so, 4:30. So overturned tanker truck is still on its side, and I think they're maybe still taking out the contents of that tanker truck into another tanker truck. But again, hopefully the driver is okay. But you can see this traffic getting on here. Looks like they may have opened this up, because I think this was also closed as well. So this is coming off that little shotgun workaround that I told you about, going through Woodbury Business Park, doing that turnaround to get back onto the LIE. And again, look, I mean, unless you work there, you wouldn't even know it's there. So I was there for 12 and a half years. Every inch of this LIE and Jericho Turnpike, and wow. All right, so we'll come off of that. Let's take a look at the northern now. You can't really see anything, but that's 135 there. Oof. Look at that northern state. Nice. Oof. Gosh, that is ugly. Closing up the ramp to the westbound LIE there for obvious reasons. Northern State gets back to Round Swamp Road. Back to 110. Back to New York. There's 110. That's New York Avenue. Well, it's really parallels it. Phil Road. Oof. Wow. Nowhere for anybody to go. The only camera 135 is back at Hempstead Turnpike, and that's not really showing us much. That's looking north. That's going north here. So be on the lookout. Watch out. Lighten this up. All right, so let's do this. Let's dial in so we know what the major catastrophe is here on the island. And I got a feeling we may just have to hit some of the, not the normal volume delays, but the Deegan south by Yankee Stadium is a crash. West on the southbound BQE Prospect, all lanes are blocked. The entrance ramp there. North on the FDR Drive, we've got a crash. 115th, broken down bus in the Grand Central East. Broken down vehicle on the Gowanus or the BQE by McGinnis Humboldt. Wow. Oh my. Oh my. As the great Russ Meyer says. Oh my. Oh my. I haven't heard Russ on the radio in a while. Hopefully he's still doing it. That guy's one of the first of all, he's one of the nicest guys on the planet. And second of all, he's like one of the best traffic reporters going. He's been doing this a long time. Long time. Let's go here. Wow, look at that FDR at 79th. Ouch. It's first to have. FDR 111. Munchie. Video not available. Could be in here. No. Well, it's maybe it's gone. Or no. What is this? What is that? What is that? I can't see. No. Oh, the Deegan. That's the other one we wanted to take a look at right in here. Yep. There it is. Show the video. This bacchanal of construction, which is just insanity. Which is just absolute mass chaos, really. I mean, look, if there's a way you can work from home today, do it. Don't even just, I wouldn't even think about getting on the roads this morning. And maybe wait till later. I don't know. It is just ugly. That's ugly too, with the green. So 8:07 is our time. You're watching a very busy tri-state traffic show. Just trying to get to all of it this morning. Broken out school bus here. I don't know if there's any children on the bus. Hopefully not. But here on the major Deegan, or maybe it's a crash with this vehicle here, this tractor trailer. For a minute there, I thought that was like a tow, but it's not. It's actual tractor trailer. So let's go here. Let's close out of Maxim Motor Cars. Here. It's right in this area here, down by Yankee Stadium. That's a crash, yeah, and that's got it backed up to the Mosholu Parkway, the wonderful Mosholu. You know, Cross Bronx, Bruckner, all getting hit hard. FDR Drive with that earlier crash on 111 is getting drilled southbound here on the Henry Hudson, all the way back to the Henry Hudson Bridge. That's how bad that delay is. Typical delays, Grand Central, the Whitestone Expressway, LIE, as you see it here, the Grand Central, across Island. I mean, just everywhere you go, it is just a catastrophe. East on the Staten Island Expressway, right onto the Gowanus, because whatever the hell is going on here to the Gowanus. You know what? Let's go there. Maybe they moved some of these cameras. I don't know. Focus in here. I can't see anything. You can't see a thing. This is the inbound side of the Gowanus at the Prospect. Prospect itself. This is the outbound Gowanus 26th. Not doing anything for us either. So let's go to the city DOTs. City dot. Focus in here this morning. Cobble Hill. That the flight delays. We don't need that as well. This is the outbound side of the battery tunnel because of the, because of the Gowanus being all banged up. Something. Look at this. Look at this. Oof. Talk about your stiff shot. Stiff shot. Why they put two cameras there and they're both the exact same cameras beyond me. There she is. Finally. Got it. This is a broken down tractor trailer now up onto the tow. That's what it is. Aha. Found it. Finally, we found it. We have found it. Ugh. Mess. What a mess. What a mess. Let's do the, or here, let's do the Hudson River crossings while it's on my mind. 4 minutes to weather. Again. An hour at the George, an hour at the Lincoln, about a half an hour at the Holland. You know what? As we segue into, let's just dial in Connecticut again. I just want to check to make sure there's no accidents there. I want to leave them out. No. Just widen this map up. There's red everywhere. So here it is in Connecticut. We'll go 52 all the way down to 35 or so. 95 is heavy. Just Bridgeport cleaning it up fairly nicely. We'll go about 21 through about 4 in that area. Normal delays here on the Hutch, getting out through Weaver Street, east on 287 is heavy in White Plains, and then southbound throughway, you can win earlier, problem at 12. That's all banged up, getting to the Tappan Zee. And this 287 is just getting worse. It is just absolutely getting worse before it gets better. Oakland, Mahwah, Ramsey, Thruway, 84, Route 6, 84. That is good. But 684 is getting hit hard, getting out of Brewster over towards Katona. Let's go to the, let me bring up the radar here now, because I don't know if Megan had that in her forecast. You can just see all this training rain just continuing to filter right out. This whatever is left of Ian is still hanging with us here. It kind of formed a new low. Again, there's probably a lot more rain out here. It's just that the radar is just too far out in the middle of the ocean in order to pick it up. But just this teeming train of rain that continues to pump moisture into the tri-state area. About really, honestly, what I'm looking at, the only dry spots are down in southwestern Jersey. Let's take a look down in Stone Harbor at exit 10. Yeah, it's fairly dry. This is in the Wildwood area, south of the Cape May tolls. That's another shot of the pole. South of Atlantic City, it's cloudy, but it's not raining. Let's go quickly tell us what has happened. There are some of your travel times this morning. Got an hour at the George from 8A to 14 is going to run you about another 25 minutes or so. Let's go to Parkway North. The Turnpike to 78. This is about triple the time here, about a 10-minute backup from 78 up to 280. 280 to the New York State line, about a 20-minute backup. The Turnpike to 78, that's 129 to 140. It's going to run you about 15, 20 minutes there. Where am I going? Cameras, that's right. No records found. No records found. Check out the Turnpike at the Delaware Memorial Bridge. No, of course it doesn't work. Why would it? Of course, that one doesn't work either. So the cameras I wanted to go to are at the bottom. 9 at 109. This is right at the end of Cape May here. And that actually doesn't look terrible. It's starting to, I don't want to say clear up, but it's certainly not raining in any capacity. It's drying out. Still a little cloudy, but at least a little brighter skies down this location. This is 72 at Route 9 in out to Long Beach Island. That's ugly. Populate the turnpike cameras here. We'll just take a quick check. This camera works. Yeah. It's dry. It's not sunny, but it's a little brighter than what it is in the north. And that one's just not a popular camera there. This is altitude 3. Seeing rain there. Coming down at a fairly good clip, south of interchange 4. It's a little bit heavy there to getting off of the turnpike. Quick audit of our turnpike cameras again. As you go north of 3, that's where the weather continuously is still pretty bad. That's 7A. This is through 8. Ollie Pitcher is ugly. This is through 8A. Beautiful signs, right? This is through 11. With that still a long-term construction getting on from the parkway to the truck lanes there at 11 going north. See, the right lane is still shut. I have no idea why that's still closed, but got to deal with it. This is the 13, the toll plaza. This is ugly here north of 13, 13A. Wow, that camera actually works. This is exiting. This is on it. This is south of Fort. Look at that. Whew. Alexandria, you're probably in a good spot at the airport right now that you've left plenty of travel time. This is south of 46, and this is out the approach into the George. All right, so 8:16 now is our time. Let's go to the Weather Center and talk to Megan about these ugly conditions. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning, Tri-State Traffic Show. So we're going to have a rainy start to our week on Tuesday and Wednesday. But as we get around to the week after Wednesday, we're going to see some temperatures warm up and some sun come on out for some beautiful weather for your Columbus Day weekend. For our commuting forecast, we're going to see some rain during the AM commute, and that rain is going to continue into your evening commute. Shouldn't slow down too much, but just be careful on the roads. For today's highs, we're going to see 54 in Piscataway, 54 in Trenton, 55 up in White Plains, and 59 out on Long Island. For tonight's lows, we're going to see 53 in Trenton, 56 in Toms River, 55 in New York City, and 54 up there in Milford, Connecticut. Looking at our futurecast, we are going to see some rain within the tri-state area coming in at around early Wednesday morning. You're going to see some spottier showers up in northwest Jersey. As we go throughout the day, those showers are going to clear up, and on Thursday, we're going to see some beautiful sun come into our area. Thank you for watching. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, Megan. Nice job as always. Good to see you there in the Weather Watcher Weather Center. This half hour, again, sponsored by the Craft for Vanilla Bean Creamery. 908-272-3000 is Ralph's phone number. 22 North Avenue West is the place to go for the best ice cream in the land. And we'll go ahead and bring you up his website here this morning. We've got those wonderful cupcakes. Here are some of just the flavors to choose from. Obviously, vanilla bean, chocolate silk, bananas Foster, black raspberry, cherry vanilla, cappuccino crunch, Oreo cheesecake, grasshopper, triple strawberry, cookie dough, vanilla chocolate chip, cotton candy, vanilla chocolate super crunch, party cake, and a fudge brownie sundae. So just wonderful stuff here at the Vanilla Bean Creamery. Also these great classic ice cream cakes from 7 to 8 people, small round, all the way to the large size from 30 to 40 people. Crunchy cream cakes, Oreo, Reese's Pieces, M&M's, the signature cakes, the bananas Foster, party cake, chocolate blackout, mocha bomb. Hey now, it's a mocha bomb. And then obviously the seasonal jack-o'-lantern cakes and snowman and the holiday wreath coming up. These are some of the other treats. As I mentioned, those beautiful cupcakes, the vanilla cake with some vanilla icing, and also vanilla ice cream, I should say, as well. The Oreo pies, Heath Bar pie, ice cream sandwiches, classic flying saucers, chip witches. So just delicious stuff here at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. Let me populate his Facebook page this morning. That. Show you what we've got here. This is that Gooey Dewy Decimal System caramel flavored ice cream with fudge and caramel swirls. Very here for a very limited time only. So now whether that's still there or not, I'm not 100% sure, but shall see. This is what I wanted to show you. The fall flavors: pumpkin spice, Oreo pumpkin, apple cider donut, cinnamon and crumb. So yeah, just wonderful stuff here at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Cranberry. Once again, 908 is this picture here. Had yeah, you know, we'll leave it on a nice shot of some ice cream, right? 908-272-3000 is phone number, 22 North Avenue West in historic Cranford, New Jersey. That is also going to be Route 28 in your GPS. And CranfordVanillaBeanCranberry.com is the phone number. So definitely head over there for your ice cream needs. Tell Ralph you saw it on the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, friends. I don't even know where to begin again. Let's, you know what? Let's check in with transit to see if there's anything popping here on transit. Take a look at the Montclair line, 817 arrival in Hoboken, 15 minutes late. And 713 Summit departure has been canceled due to mechanical issue. River line is subject to up to 15 minutes delays in both directions due to an earlier disabled train at Burlington South. Go to Path this morning. Queue up that. Newark World Trade again. Newark World Trade. I'll get that right. Resuming normal service. Maintenance had to resolve a car condition there at Journal Square. Let's go to the MTA. Check in. I imagine that 2 and the 5 are probably all still jacked. Yeah. 5 extensive delays. Earlier signal problems at Flatbush, Brooklyn College. Let's go to the 1 train running with delays both directions to address the station lighting problem at South Ferry. 4 train uptown or northbound delayed will address the Crown Heights Utica Ave. B train B and Q running with extensive delays in both directions after we investigated what caused a train's brakes to activate to DeKalb Avenue. I wonder why there's no HI trains. The high train. HIJ, there's no K line. I thought there was an M line. There is an M line. L, M, N, O. There's no O and there's no P. There's a Q train. An R train. S trains are for the shuttles. T train. Interesting the history of that, the naming convention for the subways. Harlem line may experience up to 5 to 10 minutes between Woodlawn and Tremont. Some delays in the Babylon branch. Babylon doing a pen at 820 is operating 1015 because of switch trouble near Amityville. Some delays in the Port Jeff. Train from Huntington doing a pen at 909 is late arriving equipment. It is just a catastrophe out here this morning. I don't know how many more ways to put it. So let's go back to the incident page in New Jersey, and I'm afraid to even get anywhere near that. So here we go. Now we're up to 2 pages full of incidents. Let's put in 15 because that'll populate the whole thing, I think. All right, so 78 eastbound out by Cokesbury Road. We still have a left lane shut. Business Route 1 now is closed both ways with a crash. That's not good at President Avenue in Lawrence. 202 north of, that's by River Road. Branchburg out by the Wegmans. That's still jacked there. Another crash, express lanes northbound. That's adding to the damage at the George Washington Bridge. 287, jackknife tractor trailer. On 287 north. Okay, so they're saying now left shoulder closed, right shoulder is open for traffic. That's why they're still leaving it open. So it's essentially 1 lane out of like 6, no, 4, 5, yeah, to 6 is open if you consider the shoulders traffic lanes. So that's why they're not closing it at 208. Okay. This 80 crash at Route 19. Let me dial that in to see if that's still there. I think the DOT is just overwhelmed with things happening because some of these things haven't been updated in a little while, but this could still be out there. It is still closing up the right lane, still putting it again. The weather is certainly hampering response time and cleanup of our incidents here with the wet weather and trying to be safe, and safety is the first concern. 21 south of Van Houten, that's still there. Broken down bus westbound over at the top of the Helix for the Lincoln Tunnel. Let's dial that in here this morning. That's just the outbound side right in here is heavy. Look at this eastbound 3 is getting drilled again, well over an hour plus at the Lincoln, George. And, the Holland is probably about 45 or more. That Skyway is going to be slick and slippery this morning. I mean, look at 287 all the way from Oakland, from 55 all the way down to Route 24 and exit 37. Just a lot of heavy, slow traffic. Again, I think a lot of our friends are taking it easy out here because I imagine it's fairly slick. What the temperature is here in Oakland this morning and Riverdale. As the great Hank McAllen would say. Yeah. Well, I guess we could take a look. Sometimes this thing gets a little wonky. Go. Work, so. Can't find it. Of course, the site can't be reached. Why would we want to be reached? We can't reach the site. Look out. Look out. Here comes the Spider-Man. $46 degrees. $46 in Riverdale. Find local. I don't want to find local weather. X out. Here we go. Oh, yeah. What is the town? I'm looking at a map. Goofy me. It's not Hamburg. It's not Wantage. It's up in here. High Point. High Point's great. Montague. That's what it is. Montague. Township, New Jersey, US of A. 46 degrees. So we're into the mid 40s here this morning. Let's bring in. Let's just see what that Hudson Valley number is. I would say about 43 in Monticello. Yeah, exactly on the numbers. Look at that. It should have been a meteorologist too. Yeah. There we go. 43 degrees. Yeah, it is just really slick, slippery. It is just really just ugly. Like I said, if there's a way you could stay home and use the work from home, certainly do so. This half hour, our last and final half hour, is sponsored by Travels with Darley. Lovely and talented Darley Newman has a wonderful program on PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wonder, Movision TV's Journey. Head over to darley-newman.com for more information about Dar's program. Wonderful travel program. and traveling hopefully to someplace warmer than what it is here. We'll check in with Darlie at 8:45 to see where she is at. The last time we checked in, she was still going to be in Turkish airspace. Whether she's moved on from there, I'm not sure. Whether she's home yet. Back in New York City, not quite sure as well, but we shall find out. All right, so let's go back to our maps. And this northwest section of Jersey is good. Again, I wonder if that actually crossed anyone's mind to put down some salt here this morning, because tomorrow morning's commute is going to be very, very light, with Yom Kippur being observed by our friends starting tonight into tomorrow night. So it goes from about 6:30 tonight to 6:30 tomorrow night. So this morning is really, I think, where we needed maybe some of the salt. Eastbound 80 is heavy here from Howard Boulevard all the way to Parsippany. Again, just a lot of slow traffic, people taking it easy out there, which is good. And again, traction, it is slick. There's no question about that. Eastbound on 78 is still heavy here into exit from 18 out through just west of 24, exit 24, with a crash that's still being cleared. And again, also, any kind of an accident we have, the 202 accident is gone here. 206 through Hillsborough is busy. Southbound 287, both ways in exit 13 is crowded, all the way back to exit 8. Both ways here in exit 4 and 5 and 6 from Washington Avenue and South Plainfield is hammered. Parkway is from Colonia straight up to Nutley. The Turnpike is heavy from 11 all the way up through 13A, up into 14. Westbound 78 heavy right onto westbound 24 all the way out to Florham Park. That's how heavy that is, with the hills, the rolling hills there. 280 surprisingly pretty good here, but just be careful coming down the hill here out of Prospect Avenue. Eastbound 280 is busy here at New Road. 46 getting hit hard from 23 all the way to Route 3. And then Route 3 is a little bit crowded into 21. 21 itself out by Van Houten. I think that accident is still being worked on. Again, just with the weather, it's making things that much more difficult. Both ways through Patterson between, exits 57 all the way through 60 is heavy. East is heavy here from 52, Two Bridges Road through Union Boulevard. Totowa getting all the way out into just east of Route 20. Patterson, and heavier out to 17 and Lodi. 17 both ways here in Rochelle Park is a mess. Route 4 getting east here at Hackensack Avenue is busy. So is the ride on 208 from all the way down to Fairlawn Avenue, all the way back to just about Cedar Hill Avenue. And this 287 just train wreck of a delay from north of 55 all the way up into 60, just south of 66, with that jackknife tractor trailer still being cleared. So let's now 42 now is a southbound crash in Deptford. Broken down vehicle here on the Parkway at 141 Vauxhall Road. They're, down traffic signal in Middletown on 36. Look for that. Wanted to go here very quickly to the home page. I want to check out these travel times. So 8:33 is our time, watching the Tri-State Traffic Show on an extremely catastrophic morning of traffic all across the entire tri-state area. We're on until 9 a.m. this morning. And look at this, from 80 up to the New York State line. It doesn't even populate the numbers because you can't, because there's just dead stop traffic. So, gosh, if I had to take a guess through this stretch out of 55, north of 55 into Skyline Drive from Oakland up to Mahwah, this could run you well over an hour to an hour and a half, maybe 90 minutes plus to try to get through, because only the right shoulder, again, is the only thing getting by. Fortunately, I have no visuals to show you. I don't even know on Twitter where I would even look to see what I would look for. But horrible, absolutely horrific. All right, let's come out of the fire here and come down a little bit more calmer conditions on the turnpike. 33, Red Bank, 36. Again, that issue in Middletown, Islands, that is moving well. Towed over to Route 1 here in Lawrence. Now, they're still saying that it is closed. Now, it looks like Route 1 has reopened right in this area here. So it looks like that is out of the way for us. 29 busy into the Trenton Tunnel, 195, the Turnpike, we're fine. Parkway's heavy in Toms River, getting north into 37. Then 295, just to our normal bacchanal of volume here from exit 30 down to 26. 42, 55, getting hit hard on the westbound 76. Let's head down the shore here. 55, Delaware Memorial Bridge, that's good. Route 9, Seattle City, Avalon, Wildwood, Cape May, that is clear. AC Expressway also is rolling along nicely. All right, let's come out of New Jersey now. Want to go back to Long... Oh, no, wrong button. Want to go back to Long Island. Let's check up on our LIE crash. There's no way that that's cleared. It's been out there since 4:13 this morning, looking at almost 4.5 plus hours of the LIE still being closed. Let's go back to the cameras here in Syosset at 1:35. It's exit 44. And it's just, again, I don't believe that there's any travel times for the LIE, for the lie. Big lie. So there it is, still pretty much the same scene as we showed you about a half hour ago or so. On the LIE, as we head west, that tanker truck, I have a feeling that they're just taking the contents out of the tanker truck into another one. Not quite sure what this boom is here, but this looks like another tanker truck. This is the truck in question. So we are still, and again, this could certainly be a hazmat scene to be forthcoming. So even if they clean this up, there still may be some lane closures going through the mid-morning to facilitate the cleanup, because obviously if there's any fuel or again, whatever was in this vehicle, I'm just assuming it's a fuel tanker truck. Certainly there's other things they carry. It could be milk. It could be, we've seen honey. I mean, there's a million things that I've seen over the years, but my guess is probably it's fuel. Now, if that gets down into the sewer grates and the drains here, environmental hazmat situation may be in store for this. So so let's populate the maps now. Let's dial this in. Let's go back to Long Island and we'll show you what it's doing. Just horrific conditions on the northern, the LIE, back through Deer Park Avenue. I really thought that this was going to be worse. Now, again, there may be a lot of our friends who are staying home to not even get involved in this, or going in later, or have taken today and tomorrow off because of Yom Kippur. So, 135 is getting just wrecked here because you can't get on the LIE going west. They're pushing all the traffic back up to Jericho Turnpike. I'd be surprised. I was starting to see some southbound delays in the Sandy Coast. I wouldn't be surprised if this is kind of a workaround to the southern going west here and then reconnecting with the metro, with the Wantagh. I think that's kind of the pattern I'm seeing, is that you're coming this way, avoiding this breadbasket here between Nassau and Suffolk. Tough ride. That's going to take you a long time too. Oof. But for our friends here in Western Nassau, they're like, okay, well, where's all the traffic? Well, because it's being closed, because it's closed. So this section here has not been terrible, obviously, until you get to the Queens border, and then it goes straight down the drain. But, even the northern state here is not terrible. So, I mean, if you can stomach the delay here on the southern, maybe the Meadowbrook could give you a little more relief. 6 1/2 dozen the other, whether you sit in this traffic here and you probably get to about here to where you would get to here sitting in this delay. So yeah, that's ugly. 8:39 is our time. Let's do this now. Sunrise Highway West at the merge in Oakdale, Bohemia. That's busy. Sunrise. I mean, look at the Hamptons. This is good. We go. Who wants to go out to the Hamptons in 46-degree weather? Nobody. So Eastern Suffolk is fine. It's just that LIE West here at 135 is still closed. This is the delays here in Connecticut. 95 is just jacked up, jacked and tuned here this morning. That in a minute. Thinking maybe there's a crash on 95. Look at the cameras here in Stamford just to see what we see. Five. This is at 8. Have we cameras 11 and 12 is what I need to see, but I don't see it. There's at 9. There's at 9 there. 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. Sherwood Island connector, and really the delay starts about 19 or so. Okay, let's go to the Hudson Valley. Let's populate that here at 841. So I want to show you a quick radar shot. I want to show you the pictures again from Alexandra's wedding. Let's see. 100 shoulder, Rockland 9W, Downtree, down wires, closure 9W both ways, a Tweed Boulevard. Ooh, that's not good. And Orangetown. So watch for that. Thruway south before 10, another crash there. And then there's a stop and go from 14. Let's go to the 9W situation. I saw that. Look at the hutch just getting drilled here through Weaver Street 125. That's down. That's right in here. Right there, I think, is our down tree and wires and Grandview on Hudson. Grandview on Hudson by Tweed Boulevard. Yep, there it is. 701. Piedmont Pier. Let's see what Piedmont Pier looks like. I've never even heard of it. Piedmont Pier. That's a beautiful shot of the Tappan Zee. Actually, I think back in the News 12 days, this is where me and Rick Holmes, we did live coverage of the implosion of the Tappan Zee Bridge, and I think this is where their camera was right in here. Makes sense. Long throw lens, yeah, you get a nice shot there of the Tappan Zee. Interesting. Let's see what the Pier 701 restaurant and bar looks like. Okay. That particular photograph was interesting little spot along the water, right? Oh, stop it. I can't go any further with the, there we go. These houses here? There they are. This view. Wow. $1 million view. $1 million view. Hey now, $1 million view. All right, so let's come off the maps. Let's go back to our traffic. Bacchanal. Again, Orange, Rockland counties, they're fine. Just that 684 is just still getting drilled here, getting out of North Salem, Katona, Bedford Hills, Mount Kisco. All right, let's do this now. Let's dial in the radar quickly before we go to Megan, and then Megan will sponsor, and then some pictures of Alexandra's wedding. So the last snapshot here is at 8:38. You can see, you know, some moderate rain still falling this morning. Up a second. Sorry about that. Okay. That's better. So, you know, there may be some pockets of some drier conditions to the east eastern Suffolk on the south shore there, Cape May, Cumberland, Salem counties, Gloucester County in this area here, maybe looking at some drier conditions. But really the concentration of rain right now is really over Monmouth, Ocean counties, out towards western Jersey, actually more in towards the Poconos. And as you come down through Lehigh Valley, seeing a lot of rain there. But I think there's more to come, as Johnny Carson would say, before going to commercial break or coming back from. This is all populating back in to our area. So with that said, let's head to Megan one last time in the Weather Center, and she'll have a look at the 7-day weather forecast. I think you're going to like what you see.
Thanks, Don. So we're going to see that rain coming in today and tomorrow, but after Wednesday, we're going to see some sun and warm temps around the tri-state area with a beautiful fall-like weekend coming up for Columbus Day. For your morning commute, we're going to see some rain in your morning commute as well as your PM commute, so just be careful of slick roads ahead. Looking at today's highs, we're going to see 54 in Trenton, 59 in Toms River, 56 in New York City, and 59 out on Long Island. For your lows, we're going to see 53 in Trenton, 58 down in Atlantic City, and 54 up in Milford, Connecticut. Looking for your futurecast around the tri-state area, we are going to see those showers come in around early tomorrow morning, but as we go throughout our day, those clouds and that rain showers are going to clear up and make for a beautiful Thursday. For your 7-day forecast, Tuesday we're going to see those rain showers with 53 degrees. Wednesday, chance of showers early in that morning with temperatures around 63 degrees. Thursday and Friday we're going to see those temps in the 70s with those sunny skies going for the rest of the week and beautiful 60-degree temperatures for your Columbus Day weekend. Back to you, Don.
Thank you, Megan. Nice job as always. We appreciate your reports here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. So we'll see the Weather Watchers tomorrow morning beginning at 7:15. This half hour is sponsored by Travels with Darley. You can watch our program Travels with Darley on PBS Great, Amazon Prime, Wonder Motivation TV's Journey. Head over to our website, darley-newman.com, for more information about this wonderful travel program. The lovely and talented Darley Newman travels the world to show you all the best places to vacation, all the best places to eat. Really gets that local flavor, is really the heart, the core, the genesis of the program, is really just to show you exactly what it is to live in any of these destinations, basically 24/7. So Darley does a lot of adventure, vacationing, jumping off of buildings, and bungee jumping, and rock climbing, and horseback riding, and bicycling, and hiking, and all kinds of fun stuff. And also always seems to find some sort of a brewery with her extensive hat collection. I wonder how many hats she has. Seems like in every one of these episodes, she always has some sort of headgear, some sort of a hat of some type. I don't know. She may be heading into the late Queen Elizabeth's territory with hats. I'm not sure, but just about in every episode, she has some sort of a cool kind of a hat going, especially now with the fall, has the cool paperboy hats and things like that. So that's a good look on Dar. I think that's a good look for the fall. But anyway, so if you're not familiar with Darley's show, let's show you a little clip here. And this is going to be, let me see. Let's see what I want to show. We'll show you the New York Empire Trail. That was from season 9. Again, she's filming season 10, which will air sometime early next year. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Darley Newman, and we're in Albany, New York. We're exploring New York's Empire State Trail with locals as our guides.
Join me as we traverse this 750-mile trail, starting in Buffalo and ending in the beautiful Hudson Valley, not far from New York City. From craft beer and spirits,
120 proof smooth, right?
to Erie Canal history and culture.
The ingenuity it took to conceive this.
Right, conceived in the 1830s, built in the 1850s.
Prior to this canal opening, boats to get to the center of the country had to go down around Florida and up the Mississippi.
I've got a mule, her name is Sal, 15 miles on the Erie Canal.
We're diving into nature, heritage, and the arts
You're depicting a lot of history here. And
along New York's Empire State Trail.
where's Bob Ross when you need him?
Yes, where is Bob Ross when you need him on these cloudy days? I'm sure he'll be painting some sort of I'm not sure, maybe a painting of the George Washington Bridge or something and saying a happy little, raindrop is falling onto the George Washington Bridge with very angry drivers and lots of red lights and things like that. But yeah, where is we need Bob Ross, right? But nonetheless, Travels Darlie, check out her program again on PBS Create and Amazon Prime, Wonder Motivation TV's Journey. Also head to her website, darlie-newman.com for more information. And we thank Darlie for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. Now, as I mentioned earlier, that we wanted to show some photographs, some Alexandra's wedding. So I'm going to use the background here of Twitter to kind of highlight that. So there's Alexandra and Aaron on the dance floor, or the first dance with the smoke fog machine, making it look like that's a very cool picture. The way it was just shot just right to get the impression as if they're like almost on a mountain of some type. So wonderful stuff. Alexandra and Aaron there, the happy couple. Let's show you some of the crowd, the big party there on the dance floor at the Westmont Country Club in Woodland Park. There's the cake, just delicious stuff. Wow, look at the size of that cake. I wonder how many people are at this wedding. That's an enormous cake. We've also got the hand-rolled cigars is also another crowd favorite as well. Yeah, I'll put that background. I think it looks a little bit better. I've never seen somebody bringing in someone to hand roll cigars for a wedding. Tremendous effort there. But once again, we congratulate Alexandra and Aaron, who are now on their way to Hawaii. So enjoy. And congratulations once again to them. Have a safe flight out to Hawaii, and we'll see them back here on the Tri-State Traffic Show probably in a couple of weeks. Let them get settled in. But we did actually hear from Alexandra right at the top of the show saying that they were sitting in the airport at Newark Liberty. So I don't know when their flight was scheduled to take off. But again, just wonderful photographs. Loretta says, great pictures. Absolutely. Thank you, Loretta, for dialing in here this morning. But again, yeah, just wonderful photographs there of Alexandra and Aaron. So we say congratulations. Once again, give them some applause. There we go. They are off to Hawaii in a much warmer climate than what we're dealing with here. Okay, so let's kind of wrap things up here to the top of the hour, shall we? Let's go back to our maps, and we will take this off here. Let's bring in the banner. Come on. There it is. So we'll bring the banner in this morning. Let me just move the chair over. So, all right, so let's just hit the highlights here, and we'll continue on with the big highlight here is still the LIU West is still shut at 135 in Nassau County and Syosset. Exit 44, that is still out of service. Who knows when this will open up with this overturned tanker truck this morning. That's still being cleared. Delays are fairly extensive behind it, certainly as you can imagine. The westbound side is just jacked all the way back to just west of Deer Park Avenue. The northern state also heavy in that same location, and we know that that connection has been lost. So the eastbound side also is heavy in that location, same spot, I should say, with some rubbernecking delays, and then 135 still getting hit hard from Hempstead Turnpike all the way in to Jericho Turnpike because they're not letting you on to the westbound LIE. All right, so that is the major no-go there for Long Island. Let's go back to New Jersey now. We'll see what we're up against. Wow, it just gets worse every time I hit the refresh. So now the George Washington Bridge, the lower, has got a crash inbound. Parkway, there's a crash southbound at 145, 42, another crash south at exit 10, Lower Landing Road. Broken down vehicle southbound 145 Vauxhall Road. Another broken down vehicle southbound south 148. Crash on the turnpike there on the approach to the George. Broken down bus on the outbound 495 viaduct there at the top of the Helix. Traffic signal down southbound East Road to Middletown. Where do we begin? Let's go to the Parkway here at 145. Let's see if we able to see anything. No, that's not going to do us any good. This is all going north. That's entering, exiting. Nope. It's going north. 147. That's okay. Let's see if it's southbound. So I think it's that broken down vehicle is right in that area, just south of Bloomfield Avenue. Honestly, didn't see anything at 145. It's heavy here going north. This is the overpass here. Cameras don't work. There it is. That's northbound passing 280 up in this area. Unless that crashes up in that area somewhere. Necessarily see it. Back up. Southbound at 280. I didn't see anything there either. So that may be gone. What else is new here? Vauxhall Road. Let's see if the tower camera's got that. No, I don't see it there. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go back to the let's see, the city incident page. Deegan still dealing with a crash there. Really? Gowanus Prospect, that's still out there. Broken a vehicle begin as Humble. Go to the cameras very quickly. See what we got. Yeah, still that broken down tractor trailer. Sorry, hit the microphone. Still that broken down tractor trailer outbound Gowanus at the Prospect. Boy, it's been out there forever. Oh, look at this. Just there's nowhere for anybody to go. Shut it down, Johnny. Let's go over to the Deegan. Let's see if we can. Whoa. It's Humble. That's where we want to go there. Thing. Morgan. It's probably a little bit further up the line. Yeah, maybe right in the midst. Oh, I know. There it is. There it is. Right there. Which way is that going, though? Going north on the BQE or east on the BQE. On the BQE there, they're getting tied up. Connor says, awesome job as always, Don. Keep up the great work. Thank you, sir. I always need someone to keep up to date with traffic. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy this soggy Tuesday. But again, there it is, the northbound side of the BQE tied up here, getting up to the Kosciuszko Bridge. So it looks like they're moving the camera. No. Crummy connection. Crummy. Where am I going now? So we want to... Let's dial in Connecticut now. Let's do that. See if there's anything populating here. Just delays, the 95, 19 to 4. The Merit 44-41, really 44 through 34, 52-47. Work setting up there. Let's do this now. Let's go back over to the Deegan to see if that situation is still with us. Oh. Yes, that is the broken down school bus that's still out there. There's no children on board, but we still haven't had any police on scene to deal with this. That's got a lot of traffic there. Let's go to the Hudson Valley page, and we'll do transit and crossings, and then we're going to punch out here this morning. Southbound or northbound after 9 in Terrytown, a crash coming up the Tappan Zee. The thruway before Miles Square Road, there's a crash there. So it's getting worse here. Sprained, broken down vehicle at Jackson Ave. Broken down vehicle in Taconic south of Salt Point Turnpike in Poughkeepsie. Okay, let's run down the transit piece here. So we got light rail in the Brick City, 845 Penn to Grove will not operate, and Riverline is operating on or close. That's good. Let's go to Path now. Dial that in. We're up against this morning. Let's see, Journal Square 33rd, Hoboken 33rd resuming normal service. So that's good news there. Early mechanical problem at Christopher Street. Go to the MTA and Metro North and Long Island Railroad. Let's dial that in. 7 is partially suspended between 34th Hudson Yards and Queensboro Plaza. Track fire, Grand Central, 42nd Street and Vernon Boulevard, Jackson Avenue. That is, that's not good. So major delays in the 7, 2, and 5. Extensive delays because of an earlier signal issue at Flatbush Avenue and Brooklyn College. 2 and the 5. What's the 4? Delayed at Crown Heights, Utica Avenue. The B line. EQ, extensive delays both ways. I've investigated what caused the train's brakes to activate DeKalb Avenue. Go to the rails now. We'll dial in Metro North, Long Island Railroad, 804 Huntington due to Penn Station. 909 has been canceled. Metro North is on or close. We'll finish it up with the Hudson River crossings this morning. Head and get out of this mess here. An hour at the George Lincoln, a solid 90 minutes at both the George and the Lincoln this morning. And the Holland Tunnel is about 20 to 25, probably closer to 30 coming off that Skyway. So there we go, friends. That's what we're dealing with here on this disastrous Tuesday morning. And again, some of this also, like I mentioned at the top of the show at 7, is because, you know, there are a lot of our friends that are going to be observing Yom Kippur today, later on this evening, starting at sundown. So a lot of our friends are getting into work early to make the early getaway. So I would be thinking that our evening rush hour will begin probably roughly, about 3:30 or so, 4 o'clock, probably about an hour earlier than what we usually will see. Now tomorrow, traffic should be fairly good. Hopefully the weather will slowly clear out of here, but according to Megan, it doesn't look like that is going to be the case for tomorrow. So I think we got maybe another 48 hours of this, as James says, the yuck and muck twins, right? Trying to get rid of some of this just ugly weather across this area. But the payoff is, you know, it's not really how it starts the week, it's how you finish it, right? Getting into the weekend looks to be golden sunshine from Thursday all the way into next Monday, Tuesday. So it's going to be a spectacular weekend. Maybe do some apple picking, get out and get your pumpkins and things like that. So looks like it's going to be a good finish to the week and into the holiday weekend. All right, friends. Well, I appreciate we had a good crowd here this morning. I want to thank Loretta, Connor, Auntie Anna, Alexandra for getting up early with us, but she's on her way to Hawaii. So, and being able to comment there for before they got on the plane to Hawaii. And again, congratulations to Aaron and Alexandra. Thank you so much for sending those pictures yesterday. Amazing stuff. So happy for the both of you. So enjoy your trip, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks when you come back from the honeymoon. And also, Anna, thank you so much for coming into the chat room as well here this morning. And Connor, we also appreciate you as well, my friend. So good to see everybody here. A good crowd on hand. Please pass it along to all of your friends. Let's do the shameless promotion here for the channel. Let me just close out of some of these tabs. We will go to YouTube's. Let's see where we're at with our subscribers. Bring that in. Let's see where we're at. Still at 111, so we're still trying to get some more. You know, if you know anybody, please pass it along to them. Have them like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 200 subscribers and 200 episodes. We're here at 106 this morning. Episode 106 already. Wow, 106 episodes. Wow, we're ready for syndication, right? So there is the YouTube page. All right, friends. Let me just hit this. There you go. It's a little brighter from the screen on my face, and I don't look red. All right. Have a terrific Tuesday. Certainly you want to drive safely. Be careful out there. Stay tuned to John Rocco's weather pages on Facebook and where is he? Facebook and Twitter. John Rocco, JONROCCOWX. Also like and subscribe to the Weather Watchers page on YouTube for the latest forecast, video forecast there from his colleagues at the Weather Watchers. So definitely dial that up for all your latest weather needs. And Anna says, have a great day. Try to stay dry. Yes, definitely do that. Drive safely. Have a terrific Tuesday. Slow it down, and we'll see you tomorrow.